Hi, everyone. I'm reporting from Xavier University of Louisiana, and I'm here with Sally Ann Roberts. How are you today?
I am doing so well. Thank you so much, Jade, for having me.
No problem. Okay, Sally, so you've recently retired in the journalism industry. So, what is your advice to millennials who are seeking a career in that industry?
My advice, I have a 5P formula, and it goes with anyone, and especially for those who are interested in a very demanding job in broadcasting. I believe in prayer, whatever your religious belief is. Pray and ask the Creator for guidance. The second thing is prepare. You are at an excellent university here at Xavier. You're getting, the facilities you have here to edit and to shoot video and to create the stories, that's your preparation. Because you're going to need skills in all areas. A broadcast journalist is more than a person who can write stories and communicate stories and what's happening. They also are required in these days to be able to handle the camera, to be able to edit, to be able to do all the things that you're learning here. So a wide range of preparation is necessary. And also, if you're interested in news, you have to be a news junkie. Keep up with what's happening in the news, locally and nationally and internationally. The more you know, the better off you're going to be. And then I say, pray, prepare, and then have the courage to proceed. Jade, so many people stop short of the mark because they get scared. Yes. They prayed, they prepared, and then it's time for them to knock on the door and go through. But something stops them, or they get one rejection, and they say, I'm not going to go any further. I can't do this. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. I'm reminded of Hoda Kotb. After she graduated from college, she got in her car, and she went from place to place to place to place, station to station to station, knocking on doors, and turned down more than 20 times. But every time she was turned down, she would ask the news director, do you know where they might be hiring? Then she'd follow that lead to the next place. She was finally hired in Greenville, Mississippi. How many people would have continued on after being turned down 5 times, being turned down 10, being turned down 15, and continue on? That's the kind of drive you need. You have to have the courage to proceed. Pray, prepare, proceed, persevere. Once you get the job, oh my goodness, that's just the beginning. Then you've got to push. Sometimes you might feel like, oh, all I'm doing, I don't see my career growing. Some people get discouraged. They think, oh, no one's ever going to see me. All you need is one person to see you every day. You perform your job to the very best of your ability. You're auditioning because you never know who's watching. I was working in East Abuchie, Mississippi at WDAM that served the Laurel-Hattiesburg area. I was anchoring every other weekend. Just so happened, one weekend, Angela Hill, who was the premier anchor in New Orleans, happened to be passing through. She saw me on the air. When she got back to New Orleans, she told Phil Johnson about me. And I got this phone call out of the clear blue sky. We would like to see your work. And that's all you need to do is pray, prepare, proceed, persevere, and before it all, through it all, and after it all, praise Him. Praise Him. Give Him all honor, glory, and praise, and watch all of your dreams come to reality.
Thank you, Sally. And one more question for you. Who was your inspiration?
Trudy Haynes was the very first African-American woman I saw sitting at the anchor desk in Philadelphia. My father was stationed in McGuire Air Force Base, New Jersey. I came in and I saw on the television set in the living room this beautiful African-American woman doing what I had never seen an African-American woman do, anchor a newscast. And I screamed, and I called everyone in to see. And my mother came, she said, I know her, she's Trudy. I went to Howard University with her. Wow. And all of a sudden, she became real. And you have to remember that I'm from a different generation. I was born at a time when they had so-called separate but equal water fountains for colored. My brother went up to a colored water fountain, and my mother said the first time he saw one when we were living in Tuskegee, Alabama, and he walked up there. He's so happy. Go up there, colored water fountain. Yeah. And then he walked up and he said, "That's just plain old water. It's not colored." It was a different world. Yeah. There's so many opportunities that have been paid for with blood, sweat, and tears. Mm-hmm. We stand on the shoulders of people, and now it's our turn. It's your turn. It's your turn, yeah. Jade, to step out. The way has been paved for you. And so Trudy Haynes was the trailblazer. And I just wanted to find out what she's doing today. She's 91 years old, living in Philadelphia, and she still has a little TV, she has a little TV channel on cable. And she's out there. She was so excited about the Eagles winning the Super Bowl. And yeah. She was out there with the crowd, 91-year-old woman, just interviewing people. So Trudy is still going strong today.
Great. And what are 3 words you live by on a daily basis?
Trust and obey. Trust God and obey. As He leads you, you cannot fail. Trust and obey.
Thank you so much, Sally Ann. It was a pleasure having you.
And it's a pleasure being interviewed by you, and I just see great things in your future.
Hi, everyone. I'm Jade Myers, and I'm here with Uptown Angela, Vice President of iHeartRadio in New Orleans. How are you doing today?
I'm good. Thank you.
All right. So, Angela, who is your shiro, someone who inspired you?
My shiro, and I hope this doesn't sound cliche because y'all know her, but honestly, Monica Pierre, because Monica saw my potential when I started 28 years ago, and I was in a room, she and I were in a room with males, and we were just having conversation, and the guys, I guess, kind of looked at me like I was the bubbly, fun one, and they made the comparison of me being a blonde, even though I wasn't blonde. And after the meeting was over, Monica pulled me to the side and she said, "Angela, don't let them, put you in that box to make you think that you're unintelligent or to make them make you feel like, you really can't do anything that you don't want to do, like growing in the company, whatever." She said, "Wait till you see your light." And I thought for a moment, okay, I didn't take it that way. Maybe it was something that she saw that I didn't, but as time went on, it started to resonate and it started to come what she meant by that, and it made me realize that, yes, even though this was a predominantly male business that I was in, it was all about how I carried myself. It was all about the level of respect that I commanded when I was in a room, and I just started living by that, and my journey just started to take its own path.
Yes, ma'am. Mm-hmm. And through trials and tribulations, what motivated you to keep on moving forward?
To be honest with you, I've never seen barriers in my life. I never take no for an answer. I always find a way. And I felt like in radio, I was drawn to it because I've been attached to it since I was very, very little from the music side. I would listen to radio day in and day out. Couldn't wait for summers to come because I would wake up to the radio and go to bed at night listening to the radio. And I never knew that that would be something that I would do. However, I was working at McDonald's when I was probably 16 years old, and I used to love when they would put me in drive-through, and I had a chance to say, "Hi, can I take your order?" And people would come into the window and they would say, "You have such a great voice. You should do something with your voice," So I think subconsciously it stayed in my mind. I'd always been a people person. So when I started going to college and I started thinking about what did I want to do, I thought broadcast journalism, TV, but I started reading more about what Oprah did because I thought maybe the news might be a little too heavy for me. So I decided maybe entertainment would be the right route to go. So I saw that Oprah started her first job in radio. So I went home that afternoon and made a phone call to the radio station, and I started interning the next week.
Wow, that's amazing. And the last question is, what are 3 words you live by on a daily basis?
I say it's very important to be positive because what you put out there is what you're going to get back. Lead by example. I would never expect anybody to do anything that I wouldn't do my own self. And I also feel that it's very important to be resilient. The media business is constantly changing, so you always have to adapt to that and know that it's mostly going to be a temporary offset if something happens that there's a big change, but you're going to get past it, you're going to grow from it, you're going to be stronger from it.
Thank you so much. Hi, everyone. I'm reporting from Xavier University. I'm here with Susan Henry. She's the manager at WBOK in New Orleans. So, Susan, how are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
Great. I'm going to ask you one question. How does it feel being a woman in charge?
It feels good. It's liberating, actually. I have to use my own mind. I have to be creative, and that is always very empowering. When you can create something and see your vision come into fruition, it empowers you to continue creating.
Okay, and another question is, who inspired you? Like, who's your shiro?
Oh, my mom is my shiro. Yeah, she has been there since day one, supporting me in everything that I did. Definitely my shiro.
And what are 3 words that you live by on a daily basis? Or 3 quotes?
No, I would say love, inspire, and live. Live life to the fullest.
Thank you so much.